It's currently 5:30 a.m. We just got back from day 3 of the wedding.
Of the eternity, I think. I don't think there's ever been a wedding like this, ever.
So the vibe of being at the wedding was that you're just walking around and Tiger Shroff is walking by you. KL Rahul is walking
Insane.
by you.
Seeing Salman Khan waiting for a car at gate 19, I'm just like, what the is going on? Holy shit, I got a Dutch guy serving me Italian pasta. Never in my wildest dreams did I think Indians would have a wedding where the servers are Europeans. Not even white people, like Europeans. Oh, that's so hype. John Cena in a barat is like a bucket list thing.
Look at that, he's doing the
Yo,
you can
let's
see.
go.
So some more context on the food was that there was a pan shop, but it was run by an actual Banarasi pan shop owner who was flown in from Banaras. In any cuisine you can think of.
Yeah.
It was probably the best restaurant serving that cuisine, but set up within that buffet. I also want to talk a little bit about the Ambani family here.
Yeah.
Because if you're the host, you're setting the vibe for the event.
Dude, Sunday, I didn't want to meet them because I've heard the line was like so long and I was like, these poor guys. And I heard they're saying hi to every single person. None of the guys seem so sweet.
So does Radhika Merchant, who's become a social media icon now. I had a conversation with Radhika's dad asking him how it is. He was just enjoying it. I got to know that they watch the shows.
Really?
There was a ring of security guards around the family. Somehow, Anand Bhai saw me walking around and he called out to me, bro. He introduced me to his father, who is literally the biggest business inspiration for anyone who takes up a business career in India.
That's truly the beginning of India getting looked at differently. This is a hallmark event in the shift of perception.
I've never recorded a podcast at 5:36 a.m. It's currently 8 a.m. as I'm recording this intro. We shot this podcast right after the day 3 of the celebrations of the Anant Radhika wedding. You guys have heard about it. You guys have seen visuals on the news. You guys have seen countless short videos. This is the most raw and most real account of the wedding, done in English for our overseas audience especially, but for anyone in the world that understands English and wants to know about the greatest event, the greatest party that independent India has thrown and seen. It's a very important moment from a geopolitical perspective, and you'll know why once you watch this special episode with one of my favorite stand-up comics in the world, Akaash Singh. It's his debut on TRS. Here we go, baby. Let's go. I'm super excited to be hosting Akaash Singh on the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm tired. I'm tired.
So context is that it's currently 5:30 a.m. We just got back from day 3 of the wedding.
Of the eternity, I think. I don't think there's ever been a wedding like this, ever.
And I think this is the first podcast about the wedding.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going to release.
Hopefully. Should be.
In the next 2 days.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? This is truly, I felt like this is maybe the biggest I made it moment in my life. Getting invited to this wedding is insane. For an NRI kid, it's insane to me. I can't get over it. I told my wife and she was like, "What? No, you didn't. We didn't get invited to the Ambani wedding. You're a liar. There's no way we got invited." This is insane.
Bro, the main reason I am recording this podcast is because I'm deeply stimulated right now.
Yeah.
I have so much to say about everything that we've seen in the last 3 days.
I'm still processing.
The best way to do that is always through photos and organic reactions.
Of course.
This is one of those moments where I've not even told our boys, our crew about the details.
Yeah.
And we're just going to open up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good point. Okay. So we're telling you guys too.
Okay, so we're going to pick up some viral videos and share our experience. And I wish I could have done, hey Akaash Singh, welcome to TRS for the
no,
first
don't worry
time.
about that. You know how crazy this wedding was? I would go home every night and still watch videos on Instagram of the wedding I was just at. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Okay. First, this guy. This was one of the highlights of my life, honestly.
Oh, God, I love it so much.
Look at that. Look at that. The guy in blue.
Coming through, dude. I love it. Oh, that's so hype.
Oh, my God.
John Cena in a barat is like a bucket list thing.
Look at that. He's doing the you can see. Every Indian person knows who John Cena is.
I didn't know that.
He's that famous in our country.
That's so cool. John Cena in a barat is so cool.
Yeah. There's another one. Bro, people lost their shit. I lost my shit when I saw
Dude,
him.
how do they find a Sherwani to fit him? That's what I've been wondering this whole time. They just took a blanket.
Did you end up meeting him?
I didn't get to meet him. No, I didn't get to meet many of the people. I was just looking at them. But I didn't actually even see him.
Yeah.
I missed him somehow.
Bro, I went up to him because he was just standing like a regular guy amongst a lot of Indian people.
Yeah.
And everyone was hesitating to go up to him.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't hesitate. So I went up to him and I said, hey, bro, you've made my childhood. And I had 2 long conversations with him where I just told him how much he's helped a whole generation of
Really?
Indians. Yeah, he's huge in our country.
You know what was the coolest thing is when he posted about Shah Rukh Khan and said, you've impacted me so much, and I'm dying to know how. I'm dying to know. Because Shah Rukh Khan is everything for NRIs.
We saw Shah Rukh Khan at the wedding.
I saw him from a distance. I would have, dude, I don't think I might have cried if I met him. So I didn't want to approach him.
When Shah Rukh Khan's walking around, there's an aura that's 30 feet tall and 30 feet wide around him. Everyone notices that it's Shah Rukh Khan.
Dude, NRIs, I think he is our connection to India.
Really?
So like he means so much to me. Yeah. I met Adian and I didn't want to be like, Adian, I have respect because Adian's a sweet kid and I don't want him to think I only care about him because his dad. I met him. He's a really nice kid, but like, I didn't even want to approach Shah Rukh because I would have embarrassed my wife with how I would have acted. She would have been like, dude, chill.
About John Cena a little bit. In America, what are people saying about him being at the wedding?
John Cena is an international superstar to us, so it makes sense. I think he would be in India at this wedding. Like, it doesn't even seem crazy in that sense because he is so international. But I do think it's good. Like, it proves India is becoming China, where it's like, you need to be successful there if you want to be successful. You know what I mean?
I also think for a lot of our international audiences, you might have to explain what a barat is.
Oh, dude. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I forgot you have international fans. The barat is when you get married. My understanding is the idea is it's like a king is coming to meet the queen. So the king side, the groom side, all of your friends and family are surrounding you, dancing, celebrating, going to meet the queen. So you could do it in 15 minutes, but you don't because you're dancing. So usually it takes like an hour. Your whole family and friends are dancing, great music. Maybe you're just with the dol. That's it. That's the music in most barats. That's all it is. Yeah, this one took like 8 hours, but it's just the most hype event in the world.
Let's speak about the 8 hours.
Yeah.
Let's actually pause the screen work and talk about what we saw in the 8 hours.
That was insane. That was the coolest part of the whole wedding to me.
Bro.
Was that your favorite part of the wedding?
Yeah, for sure. That's where I met you as well. And you were just like vibing and dancing. But I saw you towards the end of like those 8 hours.
Yeah.
It was like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
But basically they had a long road built out and stations along that road. And on each of the stations was one music superstar.
Yeah.
Some music superstars from India and some international ones.
Yeah.
They had Kenan, they had Rema,
Yeah.
Come Now.
Oh, yeah. Calm Down. Calm Down was crazy. I couldn't believe Calm Down was there. I didn't know his name. I just knew Calm Down. My wife said it well. She said, if you hear a song and it's not the radio, it's not a cover band, it's the artist singing that song throughout the entire wedding. If you heard an A.R. Rahman song, it was A.R. Rahman singing. It wasn't somebody covering A.R. Rahman.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the amount of people they had performing was crazy.
I don't remember a single moment at the wedding, and this is over the 3 days, where someone wasn't performing or there wasn't some kind of show happening, and all of it was like kind of also showcasing Indian culture in like many ways.
Yeah.
Even with Kenan and like Rema, these people are huge in India, so it was like with that Indian lens.
I was amazed how many people like Kenan, because I didn't know he was. I knew some people knew him in America, but I didn't know he was that big in India. People were going crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know.
Waving Flag, his biggest song was like massive here. But coming back to the Bharat, those stations, I'll never get over that, because in a normal Bharat, and in any wedding, you basically just walk with the whole crew and you go forward.
Just the doll, that's it.
Yeah. But here the crew was stopping at every station, having a mini concert.
Yeah.
The artist was vibing, and everyone in the Bharat was also going crazy. And when we're talking about the Bharat, these were the superstars of that.
So that's the crazy thing to me. I think it's even crazier to me to see those people than Hollywood superstars, because Bollywood just seems so far off to me as a kid in America.
You guys have Tom Brady. We have MS Dhoni.
Yeah.
He's the equivalent of Tom Brady.
I couldn't,
cricket.
dude, walking in the Bharat with, and I have to, honestly, I want to give a shout out to Karan Johar. I thought it was so sweet. So many people asked for this guy. I want to talk about this on Flagrant, and It's hard to explain to the international audience if you don't know Bollywood how much he means. Well, the best way I was thinking, how would I explain this to the guys on Flagrant? So women in America love Titanic, right? And the director of that is James Cameron. If James Cameron made 6 movies like Titanic, that's Karan Johar. So we're walking through the Bharat, and I want to shout him out. My wife is chasing him down to get a selfie. And she's not like that. She's chasing him. And I saw him, every single person that asked for a selfie, he gave them energy. He gave them genuine warmth. He took a picture with them. Somebody else, Varun Dhawan, I think is his name, the Humpty Sharma.
Yeah.
He did the same thing for my wife also. And then I thanked him, and he was really cool about it. He's like, don't worry, man, I have a wife too. Put his arm around me. But Karan, I saw specifically so many people asking for selfies, and just, every time.
Bro, these were like some of the most famous people that India's ever seen. MS Dhoni, Karan Johar, Varun Dhawan, Ranveer Singh, Ranbir Kapoor, all
Dude,
these guys.
I'm seeing Salman Khan waiting for a car at gate 19. I'm just like, what the is going on, dude? This is crazy. What's going on? By himself, chilling.
Yeah, the context I also want to give people here is that all these people were very approachable at the wedding because everyone was actually partying.
Yeah.
Everyone was in a good zone and they were okay with like giving out selfies and all that.
Yeah, I was afraid to ask, but like Salman, he just intimidates me as a guy. He's just got too many muscles. But that was crazy just seeing him just alone. And if you wanted to, if you wanted to go up to him, you could 1000% get a picture with him. It was crazy.
I have a tiny Salman story from this wedding. So
yeah,
all of us like 90s brown kids, we've seen a phase of Salman Khan because of which a lot of us love him forever. Okay?
Yeah.
And there was an after party area where we were in the last 2 days. On the first day in the after party area, that's where I met Salman Khan.
Oh my God.
But went up to him. It took some time to break the ice, but I just told him, hey man, thank you for your 90s phase especially.
Yeah.
These guys enjoy it. Because I feel like people who are that famous can pick up on energy and they can pick up on what your vibe is towards them. But I've never seen a social scenario where people this famous were also this approachable.
Dude, I can't believe I'm blanking on her last name. Sonakshi Sinha.
Yeah.
My wife asked her for a selfie as well. Just, we saw her waiting for a car. She's there. So my wife was like, she didn't like chase her down. She's like, I like her. I'm a fan. Yeah. She goes to Sonakshi, asks for a selfie. And Sonakshi's like, oh, look at that. We're twins. Like, it was just so cool to do that. You know what I mean? Like, to compliment my wife. I thought that was really, everybody was so cool. Yeah. I was like, heartwarmed by the whole thing.
Yeah. I also want to talk a little bit about the Ambani family here.
Yeah.
Because if you're the host, you're setting the vibe for the event. They were trying to meet as many guests as is possible.
Yeah.
They were making it a point to spend time with each person.
Dude, Sunday, I didn't want to meet them because I've heard the line was like so long, and I was like, these poor guys. And I heard they're saying hi to every single person, which is crazy.
And it's not even just a hi. They stayed with you for a bit, spoke to you, ensured that you've seen different things at the wedding on that particular day. They actually gave you the presents. I don't know how they did it, but they kind of set the tone for the wedding. And there was a very, at Indian weddings, you always look forward to the atmosphere and the air as well.
Yeah.
Like the vibe in the air, you can kind of feel it.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying this, but even though it was an event full of famous people, you could feel a lot of positive energy like in the air. Everyone was having fun.
Yeah, India. I think that's honestly, I do think that's Indian weddings. But I remember my wedding. You don't really get to enjoy it because you have to say hi to everybody. And the wedding is about you, but you don't get to enjoy it because you're busy doing greeting. I had 200 people at my wedding. You know what I mean? They had 9,000 people on Friday. So saying hi to 9,000 people, it's just like, I don't even understand. Like the math, I don't even get. I was exhausted and I felt like I didn't get to really experience my wedding with 200 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. Much respect. I didn't even know. I know of the Ambani family. I'm actually curious to know how they built the wealth, what happened. Like I want to research it, but I was very impressed by the whole thing.
Do you want a quick 101?
Yes,
like,
please.
right,
But
also,
make it for like stupid people because I'm not smart.
Yeah. So one of the films that's come out of the Hindi film industry, which is kind of loosely based on the person who began the Ambani empire. His name was Dhirubhai Ambani ji.
Yeah.
And he's considered one of the most iconic business professionals in Indian history.
Yeah.
Like he's single-handedly changed India.
Yeah.
He handed it over to his sons, Mukesh Bhai and Anil Bhai.
When did that happen?
2002?
Okay.
2003.
Okay.
they took it further. Mukesh Bhai took it to a whole other level with Jio. He basically made the internet like very affordable for everyone.
Okay.
And at this stage, so with Indian YouTubers,
Yeah.
we have a pre-Jio phase and a post-Jio phase.
Uh,
He made that much of a difference to the Indian internet.
Yeah, dude, I think the perception of India, sorry to interrupt, but I think
No,
the
go ahead.
perception of India from there's going to be pre-Geo, post-Geo, there's like kind of pre-Ambani wedding, post-Ambani wedding.
Really?
I might be blowing it up too much because it's 5 a.m., we just left, but that's truly how I feel. I'm like, yo, there's going to be how we're perceived, pre-Ambani wedding, and now the Ambanis, people didn't know them, now they know them. People internationally, now they know them, and then, I don't know, I just think this is the beginning of India getting looked at differently.
Yeah. Do you know who Palki Sharma is?
No clue.
So Palki Sharma is a very iconic news anchor who's come out of India, and she mainly speaks about geopolitics. So she has a huge
Right.
international audience as well. She was on the show a month ago, and she said that the biggest challenge that India is facing geopolitically is not the hard power, which is the infrastructure, the military growth, all that.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge is the soft power, which is India's image on the world stage.
Yeah.
Pre-Ambani wedding,
Yeah.
post-Ambani
Yeah.
wedding.
I mean, I think infrastructure, that's a thing, but that's a problem. But yeah, soft power. Dude, I grew up in America, and it's crazy. I'm 40 now, so I grew up in the 80s when it was like people didn't even know what India was. People used to call me an African when I was in elementary school.
Seriously?
Then there was like you guys are poor. And it felt like, when I would come here, it felt like a different India. The first time I came I didn't come till I was 15, but that was 99. And now the perception, you can just feel the whole shift. It's not 180 yet. We definitely still got a ways to go. You can feel it shifting, and I'm not even lying or exaggerating just because they invited me. This is a hallmark event in the shift of perception. I don't know if it's the beginning. Maybe I'm overstating that, but it definitely is a thing. This is a massive point in that transformation as it's happening.
Do people know about the Ambani family now?
Now, 2 months ago, they did not. Now they do.
Because Rihanna was flown down.
Rihanna was the main thing. And then honestly, when she mispronounced the names. But I think getting Rihanna out of retirement, people were like, what the is going on? People were like, what the is this thing? There was the fashion show also, I think. That was a thing, but not like this. Getting Rihanna, people were like, Rihanna's a billionaire. How much did you have to pay her? American papers are saying 10 million. I don't know if that's true. I think, honestly, to get a billionaire to say I'll come perform, it's probably an insane number. But that people were like, dude, what's going on here?
They also got Bieber.
Bieber was crazy. I heard there was a bigger acts that had to back out last second that were supposed to come this weekend. But then once I got Bieber, it was like, oh, this is a thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, based on the fact that you are an overseas citizen of India.
Yeah.
When you were at this wedding, can you talk a little bit about what you noticed visually, just for context? So I'm a friend of yours in America, and I want to ask you, bro, how did the wedding look? What would you say?
I've been trying to think, how am I going to tell this to the Flagrant Boys? So I think it felt like it wasn't a wedding. It felt like they took a convention center and built a city within that convention center. Not a big city, but a city. And this is only for Indians or people who know Bollywood. Every part of this city looked like a Sanjay Leela Bhansali set. It was gorgeous. It looked like old, beautiful India that you see in the movies. And there's 4 different floors, and every floor serves a unique purpose that is beyond just a wedding.
Probably some of the craziest decor that I've seen. All of it was centered around Indian culture in like some way.
Yeah, of course.
I think one piece of context I want to give international audiences is kind of they built out a mini Universal Studios of sorts within. That's a fair comparison.
Absolutely. Yeah, but all Indian sets.
Yeah.
Everything was pura Indian. There was we're not trying to cater to you. This is, dude, as a comic, I'm going somewhere with this.
No, go ahead.
As a comic, I would perform for Indian uncles and aunties in America. And when the first couple times I did it, I tried to do jokes about Shah Rukh Khan or whatever to prove to them that I'm like you, I'm from India, I'm Indian, I know a little bit about the culture. And that would always bomb. And I realized they would look at me and be like, why are you trying to be like us? You're not like us. Just be you. So then I started going up there and I said, I'm just going to do my jokes. Maybe I'll cuss a little bit less, but everything else is going to be me, and I'm going to make you come to me. That's what they did at this wedding. We're not Americanizing ourselves for you. We might have Bieber and Drake, I guess, but also they're so global that's not even American. This is an Indian wedding, and we are bringing you to an Indian wedding. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We're not bringing an Indian wedding to America.
Okay, I hope that I'm allowed to say this I think I'm allowed to say this on a podcast.
Yeah.
On day 2 of the wedding, they released a movie, a 10-minute movie within the wedding for the wedding guests.
Yeah.
Directed by Atlee. It was an animated film, and a voiceover was done by Amitabh Bachchan.
Wow.
A micro movie for the wedding as one of the events.
Dude, we were 2 hours late that day.
Yeah.
And we missed that.
Yeah.
God damn.
But that was the scale.
That annoyed me a little bit. That it, like, if you're having at least run on Indian Standard Time. I'm 2 hours late. That should be very normal. That's one little beef I have with the Ambanis is don't be on time. You know what I mean? Like, you can just be 2 hours late. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a little annoying. Don't be on time, please.
Yeah. But there was a lot to do. So I've not slept for the last 2 days because I was extremely stimulated yesterday.
Yeah.
The day before. It was just a lot to take in. It was a lot of cool people to meet.
Yeah.
I've never seen that level of fame be that chilled out. Honestly.
Also, I thought, because Hollywood people, I don't look as good in real life as I do on camera if I'm filming something. So I thought the Bollywood stars would look worse in real life. No. Every one of them, gorgeous. Siddharth Malhotra is the most handsome human being I've ever met in my life. He was next to Kiara and I was staring at him the whole time. I swear. I was like, this guy is so hot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening.
Though Kiara's stunning as well.
I didn't notice. Respectfully, I feel like he appreciates that. I was looking at my wife. Sid. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Kiara better watch out for me.
So the vibe of being at the wedding was that you're just walking around and Tiger Shroff is walking by you.
Insane.
You know, KL Rahul is walking by you. Like the top cricketers, the top actors, the top politicians are just kind of exploring that mini world that was built out at the convention center.
Dude, here's another anecdote. I'm sitting at the second day's function Saturday. My wife and I are sitting at a table. It's just us because we were late. We didn't get to go to the Ashirvad. So we're just waiting at dinner. And then this really sweet girl comes up to us. She's probably in her 20s. And she says, is anybody sitting here? Is it okay if my mom and I sit here? We said, absolutely. Sit down. We start talking. Very friendly. 20 minutes into the conversation. What do you do? It comes up. I say I'm a comedian. And then I ask, what do you do? And she goes, we own sports teams. And I was like, what? And then they owned... I don't know if they want me to say, but they own professional franchises in America that are very valuable. And it was just like, I'm just sitting talking to this person for 20 minutes. I have no clue. This is just a person.
An NBA team owner.
Yeah. An NBA team. An NBA and a WNBA.
More context on this kind of vibe was that anyone you spoke to there was somebody in the real world, especially in India. Like everyone you met was probably, you know what an IPS officer is, an IAS officer.
Yeah. Dude, my dad was supposed to be a PCS officer, and then he had to move to America.
Really
ruined his life.
Like a top bureaucrat.
Yeah.
There were just top bureaucrats everywhere. There were Indian celebrities everywhere. There was extremely iconic people just walking around enjoying Indian food.
Yeah.
We got to talk about food as well. We'll get to that. I think Aki's pulled up something. Yeah, all these people. So, Kim Kardashian, Mamta Banerjee, who's an iconic Indian politician, Rajnikant, who's the most iconic Tamil film superstar, and myself, and you, all
crazy.
of us.
It's so crazy.
Bro, is this something you visualized for your own life?
No, dude, and I'm more buzzing because it's 5 a.m. and I've got coffee, but this was truly like a dream, man. I really can't explain. I always say this. I'd rather be, if God said you can only choose one, Hollywood or Bollywood, I'd say give me Bollywood. I don't give a about Hollywood. So being with them, bro. I mean, just like you're just watching Ranveer in the Bharat, just like hyping everybody up. I lost my mind when I saw Hardik Pandya. I legitimately screamed his name like a teenage girl. I was like, Hardik Pandya! And I don't even know. He didn't even notice. Thank God. It was so embarrassing. But it was like insane, dude. It was insane.
Look at all these people. And this is what I mean, man. What a spectacle. This is not something that even Indians visualized ever.
Yeah.
Bro, and these are the top people from their own industries. There's Honey Singh, there's AP, no, no, Ranveer Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, Alia Bhatt. All I can't even like get through with the list. But yeah, this is what it looked like. This is what it felt like. Lots of people.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
Yeah. Anand Pai seems like such a sweet kid. I'm 40, so I start talking about people like that.
Yeah.
But I really, you know what I love? There was a moment he walked by again. I was like, I don't want to. He's greeting everybody. I don't want to talk to him. But somebody was trying to pull him somewhere, and he was like, no, we need Radhika. And he like called out to his wife, and I was like, oh, he didn't even want to go. That's so sweet, dude. I really like, he seems like a sweet kid. He really does.
So I went to the school which was founded by the Ambani family, and Anand Bhai was my junior in school, and he's dealt with a lot of health problems throughout his life.
Oh, shit. I
Yeah,
didn't know
stuff that he couldn't help. And I don't know if this is public knowledge, but I believe he's had some lung trouble.
Oh, wow.
And some more issues, but it's been this way for a long time. I remember when we were kids, even back then, he was a really kind guy.
Yeah.
That was his reputation within school as well. I think that people have a certain perception about him. Anyone who attended the wedding and actually interacted with him, you get to know how chill he is, how kind he is. The context on him now publicly is that he's founded Vantara. So he's rescued animals since the time he was a kid. At this point, through Vantara, I think they're rescuing like wild animals, you know, in like those small circuses abroad, etc. So they've basically gone all over the globe.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's who he is as a guy, but you need to meet him to understand his energy. Otherwise, you're going to have perceptions about him. And I hope to do a podcast with him at some point so that people get to like know the guy. But this is genuinely one of the kindest bhaiyon ka bhais there is. Explain what a bhaiyon ka bhai is.
The brother's brother, a brother of a brother.
Yeah. And you see that with all his bros taking care of him as well.
Yeah, so it was cool. We got to meet a lot of his childhood friends. Again, I was intimidated talking to him, but like all of them, I was shocked at how not snobby they were also, because I expect you grow up with kids like that, you got money, everybody's super down to earth, but